guys, welcome, and we're back for week 5. I'm the new addition this week.
Yes.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. We've got Alyssa here to first break down this week's Eliminator. We've got week 5 in the books. As you might recall, we've got myself, Brandon, and Jordan left in the Eliminator.
No more girls.
Yeah, no more girls. Alyssa was kicked
Or
out
women.
last week. But this week we all chose the Patriots, so kind of a boring choice, but we all won. Now you might be thinking to yourself, hey, if you guys all pick the same team, that's not allowed. But here was the thing. If we all pick the same team and we lose, we restart the Eliminator. So I let it go forward with that rule. But we don't have a video, of course, here to show you because we all won, so here's something else instead.
Some guys like them round and some guys like them thin. Some guys like old ball, new ball. They're all different, so you gotta feel them and you gotta squeeze them. To me, those balls are all perfect.
Now that we've got Eliminator out of the way, let's get on to this week's matchups.
Yes, we first have Darren versus Robert. Now, as you might recall, Darren had 4 players on bye this week, so had a depleted roster. But fortunately, he beat Robert and was the last person to say to him, bye-bye.
Hey, hello, you have been rude to me
Bye-bye.
the entire flight.
Bye-bye.
No, I wanted a blanket
Bye-bye.
and you never
Bye-bye.
brought it to me.
Bye-bye.
And
Kathy, little help.
I'm
Bye-bye.
gonna report
Bye-bye.
this. I'm gonna report
Bye-bye.
each of you.
Next up, we had me and Nikki.
You unfortunately lost. Now, I was always concerned about Nikki because she wasn't paying attention to her team, never changing her team name. She was acting ridiculous, but now she's on a winning streak.
Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this. And totally redeem yourself!
Next up, we had Brandon going against myself. Fortunately, I won this week, so very, very good for me.
And you're number 1 in the league.
That's right, number 1 in the league, baby, and I'm loving it.
Stay as long as you can. For the love of God, cherish it.
Next battle, we had my mom versus Gerald. My mom, unfortunately, is still winless.
But don't worry, Christina. Like I said, you got lots of time to catch up. And you know what? These wins don't even matter for the most part. That's not really what you need.
The ashtray and the paddle gamer, that's all I need. And this remote control. The ashtray and the paddle game and the remote control, that's all I need.
Then we had Kelly versus David Sr.
And unfortunately, my dad lost. But don't worry, Dad. I am going to be playing Kelly next week, and I will avenge you. I will avenge you.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Finally, we have Jordan going up against Brandon Burrows, and of course, Jordan lost because Brandon just has to keep winning. It's just not fair, folks. But guess what? Alyssa is going up against him this week. Are you going to beat him?
Oh, yeah.
The condition of both men, but
I must break you.
Now that we've got last week's matchups all done, let's talk about what's happening this week. First up, we have Gerald going against Darren. Now, we talked about this. Whoever wins this matchup should buy the other a nice bottle of scotch.
Like top shelf.
Nice.
Then we have David Sr. versus Brandon Peterson.
Now, we were talking about this. If they do, in fact, tie for some weird reason, they should go to a karaoke off.
I wonder who would win that.
Next up, we have my mother-in-law, Christina, going against my brother-in-law, Robert.
This is going to be her first win against her second favorite son.
Haha, see what she did there? See what she did there?
Next we have Nikki versus Jordan.
Now, Jordan is going through a move right now, so he might not be paying attention to these videos and, of course, his lineup. So, Nikki, you might have an opportunity to beat him. Finally, we have Team Bray going up against Team Burrows. Of course, me playing Kelly this week, and then we have...
Me playing Brandon.
And guess what? Team Bray all the way, baby.
Burrows are going down.
And that wraps up this week's matchups. We do have a few teams on bye, so make sure to check your lineups. Of course, the 2 teams are...
Minnesota Vikings and Tampa Bay Bucks.
And we do have a Thursday night game, folks. This week's matchup is...
Broncos at Chargers.
Thank you, omnipresent voice.
Yeah, you thought it was me. It's not.
Exactly. And as always...
thanks for coming. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.